Right to the air. Here's Stafford. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. That is Joshua Hines-Allen working his way in for the sack. Gotta hope that's not a sign of things to come as they face an early 2nd and long. Now Stafford. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. This defense for the Jags, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. So on 4th down, on is Ethan Evans to punt for the Rams. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 23. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up, 1st and 10 at the 40. On the ground, here's the 4th-round pick from April's draft. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while, because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. The Jaguars at 500, 3-3 through the season's first 6 weeks. They were winners the last time out, so they'll be looking here to make it 2 in a row.
And when you and I watched tape prepared for this, what we saw was a team that competed hard. They played well all 3 phases of the game. And I think if they can carry that over to this week, they've got a really good chance to emerge victorious yet again.
A good pickup there, 21 yards.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Hey, here we go.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. He finds some way to turn this into positive yardage as he struggles forward for a pickup of about 2.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find the hole.
And they're knocking on the door now. There's a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line. Give them 14 on that one and a 1st down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
24.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Now 2nd and 5. Snap will come from the 6.
All right, let's go. Hey, Ginger, tag.
Touchdown, Jaguars. Jacoby Myers, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Jags get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. LA offense ready to go for their next drive. Sitting in first place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game.
Complete to Adams. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
Ready. 180.
Off of play action. Here's Stafford. Oh, tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Fortisade American. And the Jaguars are going to take over here up near the 40. So problems with errant passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week, and now another here in this first quarter.
And sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and he can't do it all on one throw.
First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
It's a gain of 14.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well.
This is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown. Brian Thomas hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them. Oh, his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. The struggles continue here offensively. Still nothing for him on the scoreboard, and now an interception.
Yeah, the offense looks extremely sluggish, not really in sync at all. Dare I say, it looks like it got left behind in customs.
Oh, you've had that in your back pocket. You were waiting for that.
Probably should have left it in my back pocket, too.
Well played. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
From the gun on third down, Lawrence. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. He's already topped his receiving output from a week ago, and we're just in the first quarter as that's a first down.
At the 13-yard line.
Easy. All right, let's go.
Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. Oh, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Travis Hunter from 13 yards out. And the Jaguars have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point splits the uprights. And it's now 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end. 21-0 our score after one. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Stafford throwing quickly, complete out wide. Still on his feet. He may go. Touchdown, LA! Puka Nacua, 67 yards. And the Rams get a bit closer. Extra point right down the middle. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage here by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Hey, go, go!
And they are right at the 500 mark on the year and got there with a victory a week ago.
I think right now I put myself in the shoes of the head coach and say, all right, time to reset a little bit. And I don't give my team a win one for the Gipper speech, but I do say, look, we haven't played our best football yet, but we are at 500 and we're still in it. Let's try and string a few of these victories together, and we're capable of doing so.
Loose inside the 30. Inside the 10. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Bayshaw Chilton with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars are able to extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. And able to get this out to the 25. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. Now Williams running left. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
Not a huge play, but I think they're more than happy with how it turned out. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call because there's a lane there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it out when you need it later.
They'll fake it. Now Stafford. He's got his man on the crossing route. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Pass complete there to Nacua. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Ready.
Now a play fake it at Stafford. Rush coming, and he's taken down. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. They'll fake the give. Now Stanford.
Here's Eric Armstead fighting his way through that time to record the sack.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah, it's not been their bread and butter. I don't know, is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
They get a big amount back, 18 yards, but they'll still look at a 4th down now.
Well, don't tell any defensive coordinator I played for, but that might be considered a win for both teams because defensively they stopped them short and forced the 4th down. But offensively, they picked up enough yards to give their kicker a better shot if that's what they want to do.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. They'll start this drive out on the ground.
And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Balled at the 26, 2nd and 7.
Red on red.
Play action. It's Lawrence. Now he'll tuck this and run.
And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in. They just got to throw this one away.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Here's Lawrence. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Jaguars 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good. For a Jaguars 1st down.
11.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Lawrence. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing the game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here.
On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. 117 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
Now Lawrence. He'll get this out to Tootin.
No gain on the play. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained. So they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
Now he's going to step up and run.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 41-yard line. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
Here we go.
Now a handoff to Rodriguez.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Rip, 23. Son,
they're going on 4th down. Lawrence. That is caught.
And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside. So the drive will continue after the conversion on 4th. They'll work from the 20 on 1st down. Lawrence will throw.
This is caught. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts. as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
Jaguars first down.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on first and goal. Now Lawrence. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Brenton Strange in the final seconds of the first half. And the Jaguars are able to add on to their first half lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And the rout is on here in this first half.
35, Rams 7. Cam Little, the kickoff for the Jaguars.
So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive.
And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just one snap of the football.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
Harrison Beavis to kick off.
As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
27-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they can.
The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Looking at it from the defense's perspective, they could have really used the football to try to start eating into this deficit.
Yeah, because now possession's so crucial at this stage of the game. And when you've got an opportunity to hop on a turnover and you don't get it, you can feel the frustration all the way up here.
And the offense, they're living right now. Another bounce and break that goes their way. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
2 yards.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Loose inside the 30.
Touchdown, Jaguars! They sure turned. He scored on the ground and through the air.
And the Jaguars come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter.
Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
32, Rams 7. Cam Little to kick off.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive.
Ready.
Stafford now to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
And there wasn't much room for the big tight end to do much after the catch. At least he was able to pick up a solid gain to help his offense continue to move in the right direction.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Play action. Stafford. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack.
More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Stafford.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
First down, Rams.
Stafford.
Going to be taken in here by Nacua.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 down at the 31. Here's Stafford.
Now, a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Caught that look from me there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Puka Nacua, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year.
And the Rams are able to at least get 1 score back.
The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Still well in control of this ball game despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago. And the pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down.
It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the 1st down sack. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Throw left side complete. That's Hunter. And he takes it all the way down to the 44-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 46 yards.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in their second half blowout material.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Let's give a little credit to the defense on that one. They resisted quite well, and that pass fell incomplete. But this ball game for him, that's just a momentary speed bump. He's played awfully well throwing the football.
Hey, kill!
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
144 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Hey, run!
Looking to throw, Lawrence. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Rams are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the 3rd quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
So many things have to go right for any passing play to work out. Quarterback has to understand the defense, deliver an accurate ball. Receiver has to concentrate and bring it in. Somewhere along the assembly line, something was off with that one.
Ready!
Up the middle, it's Williams. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. From the end zone, Stafford.
Screenplay set up for Williams.
And he's able to get this one out to the 8-yard line this time. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the 1st down.
They snap it to Stafford. And got his man complete. There he goes again. Touchdown, LA. Puka Nacua, 92 yards. And the Rams take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal. And he continues to be a focal point of this offense. That's now 10 touchdown catches for him on the year. Now for the point after.
For the extra point.
And that'll cut the lead back now to 21.
Makes the score Jaguars 42, Rams 21.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this 3rd quarter. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Certainly no reason to panic. They've got the 3-score lead, but the turnover last time, the interception that led to a touchdown, you'd have to think, might not be dialing that up again.
Yeah, probably not. They're still in fantastic shape, though, so I would imagine before he trotted out here for this series, head coach probably just leaned over to him and was like, listen, we're wearing these color shirts. Throw it to those guys, not the others. Try to make a joke out of it and just let them go out there with a little bit more confidence.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback on the expected passing situation.
Here's Lawrence to throw. That's complete into the hands of Myers. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, 1st down.
Jaguars 1st down.
Hey, Lion.
10 at the 45-yard line.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
From the 43, here's a 2nd and 8.
Rip, 20.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. 157 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball,
touchdown! Brenton Strange with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jaguars have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the 4th. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. Off of play action. Here's Stafford.
On the RPO, he'll keep it himself.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
The Rams on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Now it's Stafford. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Williams. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Over this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline, because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants this lead to stay right where it is.
At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Well, I kind of got to give him credit. Another incompletion there, yes, but he's still trying to make plays outside the pocket.
Yeah, he's been hemmed in for much of the game. How about him getting outside there? And that's what you want to see from your quarterback. He's not giving up on this game, so every other player on the field has to say to himself, I can't give up either.
Open man, that's Puka. Now he's loose again.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams.
Puka Nacua,
50 yards.
And the Rams get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. Jaguars are going to cover this one up. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Now Lawrence to throw. Got his man. It's the tight end Strange with it.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17.
The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the fourth, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
Now the former Syracuse man, LaQuint Allen.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Knocking 18. Ready.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Here's Dobbs to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Now Stafford. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Now Stafford is going to change things up.
Stay 50.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it.
Pass complete there to McCool.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a first down.
22.
To the air again, Stafford. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. A great play there. 33 yards. And the Rams have got it back to a two-score game here in the fourth. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead will be cut down to 14. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the Jaguars. And that should just about do it. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
Ready? Here we go. Go.
We got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on first down.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. He was close to flirting with that sideline, but able to stay in bounds like you know his coach wants him to do and keep that clock moving.
Isn't it funny that we're watching this play when we had that discussion just yesterday about this? What do you do in this scenario? What do you know, what's your mindset? It appeared to me that he'd totally forgotten that he needed to stay in bounds, and then the last second, oh no, I better get down. And he ended up doing the right thing. But at that point, maybe close to let this slip away.
The first down line at the 34 here on third down. On play action, it's Dobbs.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's fourth down.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. Fourth down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This to make it a 3-score game late. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will extend their lead even further.
So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Throwing is Stafford. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is caught inside the 5. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Puka Nacua, 45 yards. And the Rams are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point forthcoming. And the lead is trimmed down to 10.
The score, Jaguars 52.
So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
They're all about the numbers, huh?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And that's where you're counting on a receiver's size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go up the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
Here's 2nd and 10.
70 Ranger, 70 Ranger. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. 19 Lion.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And Dobbs is going to be swallowed up as he'll go down. And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. And they say officially it's a 68-yard attempt. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be